as we're waiting for people to come in, we're gonna go check this out. We're gonna talk about Anna Valens, because there's been stuff that I have fucking found out about her. This person. Also, you guys, I want to tell you that I did attempt to put on a maid outfit for tonight, but I couldn't get it to, like, work right, because it is just, like, a PNG, and it's not a rigged thing. I may just break down and finally buy a maid outfit. But yeah, so you guys all know, we all know about it. About Anna Valens and the smear campaign that they went on against Kirsche. Sweetest, most perfect Foxu, Kirsche. So, you guys we all know, but just in case you don't, because there's been a lot of stuff that, like, I didn't even realize was going on with Anna Valens. Anna Valens is apparently a lewd tuber and also a Vice News journalist, self-proclaimed, like that is what it is, like, journalist. You know, because the bar is set so low for journalism, which is so sad. You started watching VTubers because of Kirsche? Nice. What do you mean? I yap a lot? I probably do yap a lot, don't I? Half the time I don't even know what I'm yapping about, but I be yapping, okay? You're analyst? What are you talking about, Vlad? So, we all know that unfortunately this caused, like, Kirsche's, like, when I'm assuming, because of how passionate she seemed about it, her favorite game, crime boss, Rocket City, like, dropped her because of this Anna Valens person who just attempted to go after GamerSupps first, but considering that Cinder was already going through a lot of shit and she's co-owner, and J-Schlatt, I guess, just stayed silent, it didn't work. But it did work with Crime Boss, and they cut Kirsche, who was gonna have, like, eventually gonna have a character in the game, and all sorts of, like, lovely things like that. Like, it was a lovely courtship between Brand and VTuber. And then they were like, oh, no way! The hate mob is gonna come for us. The hate mob never came for them. But they cut her anyway, so they could, I can only think that they were going to court a different audience, because they thought maybe this would have been a bigger audience. I don't know. They kind of jumped the gun on that, didn't they? But fuck them. Fuck Crime Boss. They deserved all the negative reviews they are getting bombarded with. And that's people who had the game, because there's a lot of people who don't even own the game that was like, oh, they're, like, getting rid of, like, disgusting, nasty, Nazi VTubers. Oh, wow. Positive review. Doesn't even own the game. You could check Steam yourself. See that for yourself. A urinalist. Urinalist. I still can't say it. There's too many syllables in it. Stop. I can't say it. A little urine never hurt nobody? Oh, come on. I wonder if that's what Joe Biden says. I have more respect for femboy ASM artists, since they don't pretend to be actual women. Kirsche has rallied everyone against the rot that is modern journalism. Yeah, dude. Kirsche, best Foxu. Best Foxu. So, you know. Also, shout out to... Let me get out of the way here. Let me get the hell out of the way here. Boop, boop, boop. Shout out to Based T-Man. Promo code Zaytris, dragonstreasure.com. Get you some tea, get you some coffee. Because he's the one that basically said this shit to Anna. Please join the 41%, Anna. You will never be a woman. I'm sorry, but when somebody starts flinging fucking mud around and then they get it flung back at them, deserved. Deserved. So, was it this one that got her kicked off of Crime Boss? I think it was. This article. Which Anna Valens writes a lot of articles that particularly boosts Anna up. You know, like he's talking about his VTubing and all this and that. But it blew my mind that this was a VTuber. And you guys are telling me that there was Valure, V-A-L-L-U-R-E, that apparently doesn't accept trans people or something like that. I don't want to, like, misrepresent these people. I don't even know who this company is. I know they're synonymous with VTubing. It's a VTuber company. And Anna took issue with their hiring practice or what have you, and that's what started this Va-allure. I removed Crime Boss from my wish list for their cowardice. I think I even had it wishlisted, and I removed it a long time ago, because to be completely honest with you guys, this is no offense to Kirsche. I would have played it for Kirsche, but Crime Boss is kind of a shit game. I would rather just play, like, Payday 2. I would say Payday 3, but I keep hearing how bad Payday 3 is. VA-allure, like VTuber agency. Right. I'm still saying it retardedly, and I'm sorry. So, now that you're kind of caught up, let's look a little deeper into Anna Valens. And here in just a little bit, we'll get into the Karen videos and just chilling. But I really wanted to go over this because this person is rather vile, okay? And it's like, oh no, Zay is kink shaming a trans person. Well, I don't know. Listen, my Foxu, our Foxu, took a lot of hate for no reason because there was an angry trans woman on the internet. And I just can't stand for it, guys. It's just all it is. Do it, okay? So, it blew my mind. This is like a little interview. Okay. Big thanks to Vlad and Tilted for helping me amass a lot of this stuff. I didn't know that he was a, see, like, James, we're gonna skip through this a little bit. I really do not want to dignify this retard with a lot of time. So, we're gonna talk a little bit about it, read a little bit about it, skim through it, and then move on. Hey, Bone! I never watched Kirsche till now. Streisand effect. She's worth watching. I regrettably, because I don't really have all the time to do this, like, did not watch her streams enough. Because I like to catch things live when I can. But, I've been, like, watching her, like, I support Kirsche. I do. Like, I'm not putting up with this bullshit. And honestly, bad publicity, which I don't see this as bad at all, is good publicity. It still counts as that, right? So this right here, this Anna Valens having a fucking crash out has been good. Probably even better for her pre-crime boss cut. I'm hoping, at least. I'm hoping. I support Zay. Yeah, get out of here, you. Let's see. Oh, yeah, so this is going to be, like, straight up not safe for work stuff. I'm also going to read some of Anna Valens' writings to you guys before we get into the Karen videos, okay? So here's some wacko interview. I love interviews. I don't know if you guys knew that. I love them. They're very telling. Let's see. Games journalist to YouTuber Anna Valens outlines where her one-of-a-kind career has been and where it's going. Let's see. her work through games journalism, her application of an explicitly trans socialist. I didn't know she was a socialist. So Anna's more of a Nazi than the people she claims to be a Nazi. Hold on. Let's be true there. And sex-positive lens to news and events in that space helped her stand out in an industry that many see as a promotional arm of video game publishers. Okay, so Vice basically has gooners, just gooners, that's going to tell you about the games that they like and what they support. Wow. One of a kind, I know. I saw posts on Reddit listing all the problematic examples of Kirsche's bigotry. From reading that, I learned that Kirsche is my favorite VTuber that I never watched. Let me be honest from the heart here, guys, because I do love Kirsche's personality, and I love to brag on her when I can, because I'm extremely proud of Kirsche. But when this all started, like, hold on, let me go back. When this all started, I actually didn't know that she was based enough to talk about the Great Replacement theory. And it's just like, well, that's a white nationalism Nazi. What? White nationalism. Oh, you think we're replacing whites in this country? What are you? What are you, a racist? You can't be racist towards white people. That's some retard that I was channeling just then. But yeah, I didn't even know she was doing this. So I'm just... Woo! Kirsche's my wife at this point, guys. Like, listen, my wife will talk about the Great Replacement theory, okay? She will and does. Kirsche goes down a lot of rabbit holes. I've been learning. She's my Oshi. I never officially had an Oshi, guys, but as Kirsche. Today. Actually, it was like the other day, but I'm confirming it for you guys right now. Today. Loud, crunchy mukbang sounds. Ew. Let's see what else is going on. So we get like, this is like a gooning games journalist, and this is all gonna relate to Gamergate. Okay, I learned that through the fucking Kiwi Farms thread that goes all the way back to March 20th, 2019. I don't really ever come here. I don't really bother with Kiwi Farms. I respect the farms. Alright, I respect the Kiwi Farms, peeps. But, I mean, this person has just been, like, problematic, you know? Hey, dingus! I am having a hoot. I'm trying to speed run some Anna Valens nonsense and then get into some Karen videos. So, welcome to the ride. Buckle in, dingus. Yeah, so this is Anna Valens here. We'll get into some of the stuff that Anna says. Oh, that's the writing, and I think that's the model. She's supposed to be like some giantess succubus, like a giantess, like bigger in a city, I think. Giantess, succubus, vor person. Oh my god, Zay's kink shaming. Just because I think something's weird, you know, like, I'm entitled to do that. Oh god, Anna, dingus. Strap in, dingus. The Cato fat cunt is funny. Cato? What you mean? Cato. Or flesh tubing. Like, who talks like this? Why did you get into VTubing? What makes VTubing preferable to traditional streaming or flesh tubing? For you. I'm Zengra. I am not a succubus. I am a fallen angel. I swear that's what I am. Kato. Well, what's that? You have to explain it to me, you dear sweethearts, you. I'm not afraid to admit that I'm dumb. What about Vor? I just got here. Hey, piggy! You are gonna find out, so hang in there. Okay, So what does Anna say? Anna says, blah, 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 blah. I'm mad at Kirsche for being a successful woman who is cisgendered. And I want her to be in a breeding farm so we can just breed cis women. That's what Anna says. What does he actually say? I've not read over a lot of this. I've also not pre-read any of the stories that I'm going to gloss over that Anna has written. So I'm raw dogging this just like some of you guys are. Kado. What's it mean? Kado. Yeah, the Kado. Are we giving somebody the old Kado? Alright. What are you talking about, guys? You are confusing me. Okay. I actually don't care about this person's opinion. How does VTubing fit into your life and broader career? Well, I just spend a lot of time gooning and writing Vice articles and looking for trans hate, transphobia. I'm gonna be for real with you. I've lost my will to care about what the fuck Anna Valens is talking about in here. Do you do kink-friendly online sex work? Ew. Let's learn about it. Hold on. What's the interplay between these kinds of work? And do you think there's going to be a growing overlap between the two as both have become more popular? Can you imagine that people fucking love getting off? Wow. Imagine if your gaming news, because we had to bring down the gaming industry because Gamergate never fucking died, unfortunately. That isn't how Anna sounds, Zay. You are actually a woman. You're right. Anna has a voice. Like, you guys, I'm going to let you hear it in a minute. If you haven't, you're in for a treat. Okay? Do you trust me on that, guys? Do you trust me that I would treat you good? What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, I mean, could you imagine that? It's like, I'm a sex positive games journalist on Vice, and I've worked at Polygon and all these other places as well. At least Anna has. I know Polygon, a few other places. And all I can imagine is that it's just somebody with like, I don't know how graphic I should get here. Like someone that's got like stuff shoved up their ass, wearing a chastity cage on their dick, and they're just like, here's what I think of gaming as they write it out. It's weird to me. Like, why did we get to this point? Why did we get to this point? I mean, like, why can't we just why can't this be like separate stuff? Why do we have to interlace sex into everything? Listen, maybe I'm hypocritical. My tits are out currently. Look at me. I'm literally fucking perfect over here. Look at me. What's autogynephiliacs? Autogynephiliacs? You can't be transphobic when 99% of trans are just autogynephiliacs. I have to look that one up. You guys are more knowledgeable about everything than me. That's why your secret code name is the patriarchy, but your pet name is my Uber mention. Oh, woo. Oh, woo. Hold on. Wait, hold on. I'm going to look it up. Autogynephilia. To describe a condition in which a man experiences sexual arousal from the thought or image of himself as a woman. Oh, yeah. I got a controversial take, guys. I think bisexual and gay men are a thing because they're just extra horny. So this autogynephilic stuff, that makes sense. I bet you she sounds about as you can expect from someone with an Adam's apple can without a voice changer. Yeah. You know. Autogynephiliacs, or AGP for short, is just dudes getting off to dressing as women. I love how the internet, and I need you guys to look at the bigger picture with me here. And loathe, that the internet, so this is not all men, but as a female okay, when men can be like downright degenerate. I mean, women can too, but I'm just talking about like men just do it better, okay? And we've reached this like pinnacle where the ultimate final boss of the sexes is like gooner men and sex working women, and they're just like, I don't know. What is happening? Why are we faced with these type of personalities anymore? Why is this happening? Yes, thank you, pronunciation, bitch. You know what? It was dictionary, bitch, that time. Thank you, dictionary, bitch. Good girl. Hey, Yellow. I ain't never getting horny over my female self. Guys, I'm going to plead the fifth on that, alright? I'm going to plead the fifth on that. I can say some fucked up degen shit. Well, I mean, that men are like this, right? Men are like this. Oh, Tilted, thank you for the gifted subs on Rebel! Ah! I am honored. Thank you. Thank you, Tilted. Look at you. Paddles out. Paddles out for the new subs. Paddles out. Ba-boom. Well, they said you were watching Karen, so I got all excited. Kid, it's about to happen. I have to bitch about Anna Valens and uphold my Oshi Kirsche to the highest extent of the natural world. I don't know where I was going with that word salad. But you picking up what I'm putting down. You're allowed on Twitch? So far I am. And speaking of that, our dear friend Dirty Casualty with Chudcast, I think he is still actually on Twitch as well. He hasn't been banned yet either. So we're doing good so far.
Bitch! I love you!
I love you. ESN 77. 77, that's one of my favorite numbers. Very cool. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you, Tilted. And thank you, Kit, guys. I love you guys. Alright, let's pick up wherever the fuck it was I was just at. So let me just read this one paragraph, and I think that's going to sum up the entire interview that Anna had with whoever the fuck this person is. And then we're going to move on to my next thing relating to Anna. In short, you a Kirsche simp? You fucking right I am, and I'm going to buy one of her cups soon. I am a simp out for Kirsche. It is what it is. Okay, so this paragraph says, for those that don't know, I specialize in erotic audio content, or ASMR, as a VTuber. Because of course he does. I work in 3 specific content specialties: giantess/giantess vor content, or role-playing as a giant woman who eats people. Futanari and trans girl top content, where I dom as a woman with a penis. And finally, F for F femdom audio. What's this, female for female? He's not a lesbian. He's a transbian. Or working as a trans girl/trans girl-like character who dominates a cisgender woman. Hey, Auto Rifleman. Hi, Nathan. Oh God, what is this? Listen. Yeah, it is Anna Valens, games journalist, gooner extraordinaire. Okay. Let me read the next paragraph, actually. I really consider this adult content core to my VTubing work. While I do offer some non-VTubing and IRL adult photos, and videos on my Fansly, I don't really prioritize that kind of content. Are we sure about that? Are we sure about that? I'm fixing my chats. I can see Twitch chat tonight. Or Twitter chat, excuse me. I always... TWs, okay? I don't like where this is going. Bobby, shh. Just close your ears, Bobby, if you need to, okay? Every adult audio I create is connected to my succubus VTuber character in some shape or form. So I really consider it less of an overlap and just one thing. Right. We don't differentiate anything from the Gooner mentality. Right. I am a sex working VTuber. I just toned down the explicitness for YouTube and Twitch because I still have to abide by their TOS, unfortunately. So Anna was banned for a short amount of time from Twitch. That had to do with, like, lewd tubing to some extent. I fully didn't understand what it was. Something happened. So continuing on, I can tell the sex working VTuber is a growing phenomenon. It's not that much of a phenomenon online. A lot of us work as adult voice actors, myself included. Most VTubers offer ASMR in some shape or form. Not most. Even if they aren't creating explicit content. And that's not including the large number of VR chat adult models out there on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Fansly. So yes, I think we're going to see a major boom in Project Melody style adult VTubing in the years ahead. It's not going anywhere. I just think this kind of stuff is disgusting. I just think it's disgusting. Like, whatever, you want to do ASMR and all this and that, but it's like just the autogynephilia that I now know what that's called. Whew. Isn't that the same little fuck who posted that fantasy about raping? Yes, it is. So his model will gain more followers than his actual appearance. Well, hold on. This is what he looks like. I can't really... Can I make these bigger? No, that's so tiny. Why is it so little? Oh, well. Let's hear what Anna actually sounds like. So this is from 2019?
In the future, there are a number of institutions that emerged originally as mutual aid projects, and
I can't stand when dudes adopt that like soft voice, like Jeffrey Marsh, the guy from TikTok. They all have that like self-absorbed, I get off on myself fake feminine voice, and I can't unhear that whenever they do it.
Publicly funded tech ventures, but over time they gradually became these community-run institutions where if you are a trans girl or if you are trans feminine, you can go ahead and sign up for a reservation slot to an all-day access to one of many breeding facilities where you get to breed the shit out of that cis girl pussy. You can absolutely devastate that shit, fucking destroy it.
Ugh. So apparently this was supposed to be made as a joke. Or that's what Anna has came out and was like, this was a joke, blah, 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 blah. Because he's got like 3 Twitter accounts and he said this shit on one of them. If they actually had a woman brain, they'd actually act like women, right? They don't, so there's no way they'd entertain right. I agree, Tyrion. Vlad, I also think you are right. I think I have also seen that.
Very fun and double the trial and error.
But the way that this person is so morally superior to the rest of us, there's no doubt that there's the whole virtue signaling. Hold on. I know I posted this in a Discord server, but I want to share it. I have come to find out that this right here is a picture. I don't really want to hear Anna talk anymore about that stuff. It actually turns my stomach. Like, have your fetishes, but when you go deeper down the rabbit hole of like the disgusting, twisted nature of some of these fetishes, like I can't. Some of it's too vile for me. Ugh. It's worse than like gory horror movies to me. Okay. So I wanted to skip to this part real quick of this interview that this nicotine person did with Anna from like a day or so ago, where they're talking about this person who submitted a picture to Kirsche, and listen to him dissect and virtue signal this picture, and watch this other the human being that you can see on the screen, this flesh person, okay? Just like, like, just agree to it, because, like, you know, us trannies have to stick together in the Nazi world. What? All right, so I'm gonna let you guys get a gist of it.
Mess. So I want to point out a couple things really quickly that need to be brought up.
I also want to surmise this in case I end up like moving on from this. The main point of this picture is that Anna is trying to dissect every single optic that Anna can find to denote that Kirsche is highly aware that there's these neo-Nazis that watch her. So first of all, caring this much about a small fringe group just to make someone else look bad is not good. Like, that's only going to appeal to your own echo chamber, because us that's outside of that echo chamber, we can all talk about an even larger number that surrounds themselves with these type of these ideologues, and that's the PDF files, right? Well, Nazis, blah, blah, blah. No, if we're going to argue optics, and if we're going to talk optics, okay, what about that? Yeah, well, Nazis. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just be for fucking real right now. Well, not all trans people are PDF files. You don't police your own, though. Because anything to make them have more power, to feel more powerful, to be in that echo chamber, their hug box, so. Hey, Troll Fan. Hey, we're getting to those Karen videos, I promise you. We're already, like, almost 40 minutes in. I'm sorry. That's why I was, like, jumping around. Like, I wanted to talk about this. I want to take the piss out of Anna. And hot fucking damn are we doing it. Ugh. How dare Anna mess with my Oshi. Alright, I'm going to let Anna dissect this picture. Because it pisses me off whenever it's like, hey, I wasn't going to argue optics until this person crossed me, and now we're going to dissect how awful and evil this Nazi sympathizer is. It's like, Kirsche is clearly not a racist or a Nazi, and this is disingenuous. Yeah, let me stop. I'm trying to not get banned on Twitch, so let's go.
To folks looking at
hopefully you can hear it
the
okay.
photo who might miss a couple things. So first of all, we see Kirsche on the right, and next to her is 3 books from, I verified this in my reporting, no one else had known about it at the time, and I don't know if Kirsche knew. It's not clear to me. But those
Kirsche.
are from a white nationalist publisher. Those have an iron cross on one of them. Another has a Nazi eagle with a swastika on the right. And those are a series of books that are specifically, let me get the specific titles.
It's only specifically about Kirsche, and there's a Pippa doll on the other side.
Yes. So one's from Goebbels. Another is The Essential Speeches of Adolf Hitler. And the third is from a prominent Nazi called Leon Degrelle. All three of those books are the ones in the middle prominently shown.
So time out. Books are fucking books. All right? Okay? Books are fucking books. Well, if you own a single shred of Nazi paraphernalia, that makes you a Nazi. And it's like, no, I love fucking history. I love history. And I specifically fucking like World War II. And if I had anything of this kind of sort, I am not no fucking Nazi. I like history. What if that's what this motherfucker, how he feels about it? It's like, well, he's clearly a Nazi. And it's like, even if he fucking was, how does that have to do anything with Kirsche? Well, it's the audience that she's courting. You know, some people don't live and breathe trying to, like, control the free will of other people. That's like some delusional self-grandeur gooner idea, okay? You just want to get off controlling people. Nice person. I own both Mein Kampf and the Communist Manifesto. What does that make me? I own the Satanic Bible, just to say that I fucking do. That's how, and I've read it by Anton LaVey, and I'm not a Satanist. In fact, I think it's quite gay. No offense to any Satanists that watch me. Me personally, it's stupid. I'll let it keep going.
And then if you go below on the bookshelf, you have...
Oh, thank you, troll fan. You reading the Communist Manifesto didn't make you a commie. Preach, brother! I mean, that's true. That's true. And it's like, well, these are all white nationalist authors. I have to tell you something, okay? I love forbidden knowledge. Can you tell by looking at me? I would read the works of a hard fucking nose, worse than Richard Spencer white nationalist book if I could. If I knew of one, I would. Because I have a mind that's hungry for knowing things and learning new perspectives. And it's like, well, you're going to become a white nationalist, neo-Nazi, and we're going to destroy your life. No. I fucking like Varg and Burzum. And he loves fucking Hitler. Almost to a point that I would say he was a fetishist over it, okay? And that doesn't make me one. So they know that they're making these arguments, these strawman arguments, because they want to just signal to their side. I mean, we all know it. But it's just when we start talking about optics, it like pisses me off because it's such a stupid thing to talk about. Up there with intersectionality and identitarian nonsense, you know. So it... like, I'm sorry that this person is reading quote-unquote white nationalist works and not Anna Valen Gooner fanfic, okay? Sorry.
A ton of other books from that same white nationalist publisher. I'm not going to name the publisher here.
I'm noticing some iconography
I need to get my hands on Mein Kampf. You can buy it on Amazon.
A significant portion
I would suggest A-Books or eBay, though, for cheaper.
Fascist books.
It's really long.
They're Nazi books as well. And so,
Yeah,
right away, you know, it's...
Yikes.
Yeah, it's as a reporter, you know, my stance is that we cannot
do you see the performative? I don't care unless another trainee tells me I care. This person? It's like, well, I do care. Nazis are bad. It's like, yeah, okay. But you don't care otherwise. Who's oppressing your stupid ass? Not this person with his fucking white nationalist books. Do the self-entitled gooners forget that they share a world with people that's different from them? I think so.
Objectively, that Kirsche knew what was shown here. But
why isn't he trying to get Amazon canceled if that's Phil's logic? I know.
Because either she is being completely and utterly ignorant of the type of fan base she has, which I personally don't think is
The
true.
immaturity
I
is speaking
personally
through
don't think
Anna
it's
right
true.
now.
I'm saying this as I'm not saying that
He's being so black and white. Either she knows, or either she's ignorant, or she knows that she's not doing anything. He has to speak that type of wordplay. Either it's because he's immature, or it's because he has to bend that around so other trannies that are more impressionable, because autism is high with the tranny populace, okay? I'm not saying anything bad. So we gotta do, like, impressionable wordplay like that. So we could be disingenuous. I'm pissing myself off, and we got to get to tranny videos.
Flex specifically
let it play.
what I wrote in my article. I'm just saying this as someone I would consider myself.
Also, my dearly beloved chatters, I'm very sorry that I am missing things that you're saying, because I'm like on a rampage. I'll catch up on you guys while I let this play.
Well informed in the field of far-right extremism, because her community and she peddles in all of these far right dog whistles and beliefs. It seems likely either she is trying to,
the Great Replacement,
she is completely utterly just like, either she didn't realize what was going on with these books and she should have, or she did know what was going on and decided to push the envelope and see what she could get away with. Could she share books from a white nationalist publisher?
This is the same kind of tactic you see.
Is this her bookshelf, or is it a fan's bookshelf? What?
With the right a lot. Like, you see this kind of tactic with all the way up to Donald Trump, right? Retweeting things from white nationalists with the idea that, oh, I just didn't know that they were, I didn't know.
Okay, that's hold on, transference, because how many times have we seen the trans community at large knee-jerk defend PDF files? Anna has. Like, come on. Oh, well, we just didn't know. That's the fault of somebody else. It's not us. There's no accountability that needs to be us. I'm just gay and, like, in my own little bubble with all my other gay friends. No. So what's more important? You find people who are LARPing as Nazis? Or they just want to have a forbidden treasure trove of books? Or defending PDF files? I'm getting very fucking mad. I'm seeing red a little bit.
No, they were a turbo racist.
Turbo racist.
Right.
But of course they did. That's the point. They want to platform those people. That's the whole point.
Exactly. I studied a lot of Kirsche's rhetoric and beliefs and her approach to things in order to do that article.
Okay, I'm sorry. You guys are complaining. I will move on from this. It's Tyrion. It's not the whole stream. I'll move on. But you guys get the gist. Like, it's the optics. We're arguing over a picture a fan sent in, and it's like, this is the type of audience that Kirsche has. Like, okay, dude. We'll go ahead with Karen videos. Yeah, studied Kirsche. By the way, this person got 125 dislikes if you use return the dislike extension. Oh, for real? When I got Brave, that was like the one thing that I didn't get. I need to get it. It's just like, what a white nationalist to talk about the Great Replacement theory. Yeah, it works for Brave too. Yeah, I like that Brave can use Chrome extensions. But yeah, we'll move on from Anna, because I did spend like 45 minutes talking about stupid fucking Anna. Oh, there you go. There's a bigger picture of Anna. But this is from 6 years ago. And he does have involvement with Gamergate, so I did take a sippy. Hey, Lake. What are they saying now? There's 59 pages. I never thought I would have Kiwi Farms, like, on stream. But here we are. So I had this video that I haven't seen yet, and I wanted to watch it, and it's like 6 minutes. I've been here just not talking kind of. Lake, did I say hi to you yet, though? Hi, Lake. Hi, Lake. I'm happy to have you here. Let's listen to it. And then I can stop being a Karen myself. Let's do it.
I've been seeing an article circulating from Vice called "VTubing has an elephant in the room: bigotry."
Maybe I should have played this in the beginning to surmise it.
It says, since the publication of this article, harassment against me has become particularly egregious on Twitter. An anime-themed tea company told me to kill myself. A
Base
right-wing
T-Man.
VTuber fan encouraged me to buy rope to
Promo
hang
code
myself.
Zaytris.
And this caused two things to spring to mind. Firstly, that's pretty mild on the scale
He
of
also
what
has
people can
coffee,
do
by
to
the
you
way. He's got like a
online.
couple.
That kind of attack is very easy to counter. Simply don't do it, idiot. And secondly, I'm really not surprised, and my lack of surprise has nothing to do with the author's recent skirmish against Kirsche, who, full
Salmon
disclosure, I
sluts.
use a voice clip of as a sub-alert on Twitch.
It's Valens.
No, the reason I will
Yeah.
never be surprised that this person is receiving hatred is because the author in question is an individual who goes by Anna Valens, and I recognized that name immediately. Because Anna is one of the most vile creatures to ever write about video games. Are any of you guys familiar with the classic British comedy show, Brass Eye? Way back in 2001, the Pedo-Geddon special was published, mocking news sensationalism and over-the-top hysteria about child safety. One of the bits in that episode was about a man who had hooked up a sex toy to a children's game, such that when a small dog is played with, he receives sexual pleasure.
This man has plugged his groin into his computer to get sexual pleasure from the actions of a child playing with Pantu.
So every time
What?
you kid tickle Panto, the paedophile gets his rocks off.
This was meant to be ridiculous and absurd,
Oh.
pointing to the way news media terrifies parents with outlandish
Oh, that was
coverage.
pretty
But
fucked
a couple
up.
decades after this episode aired, Anna
Hey, Evergreen?
Valens made it real. Do you remember Fall Guys? It's unlikely, but maybe you even still play it. I played a lot of it when it first came out, and all the while, as I streamed it, I was always
I
hyper
never
aware
played this
that this is
one.
a game clearly meant to appeal to children. Obviously, many adults, such as myself, played it, but a common gag would be, yeah, good job, you beat a bunch of preschoolers. Or if I lost, I'd be mocked for being destroyed
I
by
didn't know you guys
5-year-olds.
were
I
referring
tried to go
to
for that
vagina
10-win streak
with Sam
achievement,
and
but never
Slut.
got it. And my cope was, hey, I don't stand a chance.
didn't
Most
know.
of the people who play it are kids who have nothing better to do all day, so of course they're better. There is no escaping or ignoring the child-friendly juvenile presentation. Still, I didn't let that stop me from playing and having a good wholesome time. But Anna Valens,
Dude, this guy
went a
is
step
great. I'm
further.
gonna subscribe
Anna
to
wrote
this
an
guy.
article for Daily Dot that is
Oh,
apparently
he's
no
this guy.
longer available except as an archive. The article in question was called "What Playing Fall Guys with a Sex Toy Means for Sex, Tech, and Consent in
2020.
Games. Play is an erotic experience."
At the Daily
and
Dot.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
having a
Daily
blast.
Dot.
In this article, Valens recounts hooking a vibrator up to the game, such that it would pleasure them
He wrote for
when
a
other
few
players interacted
big
with their
time
character.
places.
Brass Eye's Pedo-Geddon episode wasn't meant to be a set of suggestions, but apparently Anna didn't get that memo. In the interest of fairness, I will highlight that ethical concerns
Frosty.
were raised in the article, though this section was severely lacking. Valens wrote, "There are, to be clear, an enormous number of ethical issues around inserting sex toys into your multiplayer games. During the stream, I didn't really think much about why I wanted to keep colliding against other contestants or grabbing them, let alone being grabbed. Then it dawned on me that I was engaging other players in an interaction that they hadn't actually been fully informed about. That's the in-game equivalent of hugging as many people as possible so you can feel your butt plug wiggle inside of you, which is not a great thing to do in public. This sparked a much larger question about whether Fall Guys is even an appropriate game to play with a sex toy at all. While I'm inclined to think passively playing the game with an Internet of Things sex toy isn't necessarily a problem, just as playing Overwatch with a dildo isn't, actively grabbing players and bumping into them is a huge no-go. Use the tech responsibly." So it's all cool so long as a child just incidentally triggers your vibrator. Forget ethics.
I didn't know it was
For
this
me,
bad.
That near guaranteed scenario in a game like Fall Guys, where its extreme appeal to a very young audience
I've never
is
heard of Fall
absolutely
Guys.
unavoidable in every moment of play, is
I
more
didn't
than
know
a
it
bit
went
of a
this deep.
turn-off. And if you can't intuit this issue, which is never raised
I
once
like
in
that-
the
I like
entire
that this guy
article,
can look
then
at
you
the
have
psyche.
pieces missing. something is
the subconscious of an individual that's telling on themselves.
And no apology or recognition of ethical issues
That's
surrounding
why this motherfucker earned my sub today.
That which you've revealed of yourself. I would also like
He's
to
a
call
heel
into
slut.
question
He wrote
the
he wrote a Vice
ethical
article about
concerns
heel
raised,
sluts
as
in
at the start
Overwatch.
of this article, the author promotes a video of them playing Fall Guys like this on their channel on a porn website. And though the video has now been removed, we can see in an archive that the video was 17 minutes long and was viewed thousands of times, with its description promising a full refined version on OnlyFans later. Yeah, you really thought what you were doing was totally wrong, didn't you? Let me quickly show you a picture of Anna from that article and ask
Is the
you a
definition
question.
of sex
What
pest?
do you think backlash
I agree
for
with
this
that.
was blamed on? I'll give you a moment to think. 3, 2, 1. Zinnia Jones at the time wrote, "I don't give an F if someone wired up their vibrating butt plug to a video game. Y'all are just primed to see literally anything that trans women do as sexually predatory." Anna quote tweeted this and said, "Remember the Fall Guys controversy where I played Fall Guys with an external vibe and how mad everyone got? I just came across a cis girl recording herself having sex while playing Fall Guys. Her screen is in
That's
the
not the
recording
same
and
thing.
penetrative sex affects how she moves. No outrage. None. If your guess was
Hold on.
transphobia, you get no points because it was obvious. I will
Was it
never
the same
tell
thing?
Anna. If your
Let me
game
read
is in
that,
the
let me read
recording
that.
and penetrative
Okay.
sex affects how she moves.
I mean, that's
No
pretty fucked up for her,
outrage.
too.
None. If your guess was transphobia, you get no points because it was obvious. I will never tell
deconstruct.
Anna to commit suicide because I don't think encouragement
So
is
Anna's, like, no
necessary
stranger
if self-awareness
to
is ever developed.
this
But
kind
I
of
will provide
blowback.
another piece of advice. You, my friend, should not be getting involved in any internet fight over appropriate behavior. You should have crawled into a hole and never shown your face again.
That is true.
praying that
Like,
someday
Anna started
your name
throwing
will be
stones
forgotten,
when
instead of, as you're doing now, trying to play some
he
sort
didn't
of
need to.
reputation game. Is this the kind of person you want to work with? A content creator who sends journalists transphobic death threats? Oh my, a journalist. What are some articles you've written?
Whoa, dude. I like that guy. I like that YouTuber. I wouldn't call myself a heel slut. I just like spreading my healthy love. What? That's not the same as using kids playing the game. Yeah, it was definitely two ways about that. Definitely. Alright, that's enough of that bullshit. That's enough. That was an hour. Anna didn't even... I was going to try to do that for 30 minutes. Anna didn't even deserve that long. But I was fucking mad. Let's be for real. So, we're going to finally start watching some Karens for the last hour.
Anime-themed tea company has told me to kill myself, and a right-wing VTuber...